Apple, we are already in week 6. Season's flying by like it always does, but leaves are changing, it's cooling off, and football's heating up.
Hmm.
I just that was off the top of the head. That was beautiful. I didn't even write that down.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So again, we're going to talk games. We're going to give you guys fantasy advice. I think we do have to own up to it, but I'm going to wait till some people actually come on because we definitely missed that Taysom Hill last week. That
I mean,
was
come on. Who? I want to know who did pick that, right? Who went that way?
right, right.
Maybe. I forget who asked us the question, but hopefully he ignored our advice on that one.
Yeah,
Only on that one.
I
Uh,
it's like yeah, you got to own it, right? Because we definitely missed that call. But you know what? Like Taysom Hill's going to score 6 points in the next 3 weeks combined, right? Like he's going to like there was no reason that game happened. Like Alvin Kamara had over 100 yards rushing. Like he was killing it on the ground. And for some reason, when they get close to the end zone, you're going to give it to Taysom Hill. Like there is no rhyme or reason or justification for why that happened. So I don't think we made the wrong call. I just, you know,
and I'll tell you what, Taysom Hill is poised for another uh, potentially huge game today with everybody out. I mean, they go into like
mhm.
third and fourth and
Oh
fifth
yeah.
receivers right now. So,
Hmm.
you would expect Kamara to get a lot of love today, but it'll probably go to Taysom Hill, I'm sure.
Yeah, no, he is a good play this week, but he's one of those players that like you won't even hear his name for 3 weeks, and then all of a sudden, boom, he does
But
that. So,
I think
but
Adams did get a point, didn't
Yeah, he got something.
he? He
yeah,
got something for it.
there's
Is a misdemeanor the same as getting a point?
I don't know. Does it count against your driver's license? I don't.
It's
Is it a point on your license? I don't know.
friggin' Raiders.
That's
Yeah.
the Raiders. Raiders being Raiders. But
Hmm.
yeah, definitely got that Tyler Higbee call right.
He
Hmm.
did.
Higbee or Waller, and yeah, Waller got hurt, but he still wasn't doing anything. So that was still the right call. So you're gonna win some, you're gonna lose some, but this week I think we're gonna go real good. This is gonna be a fun one because there are, like you said, a lot of injuries
Hmm.
and defensive injuries too, like the Steelers, the 49ers. Tons of defensive injuries to where you're going to want to stack some of those offensive players against
Hmm.
them. So actually, we could start right off with that because this is going to be a really interesting one. I think a lot of people are sleeping on Falcons at home against those 49ers. So 49ers have to travel across the country for an early game. I still believe in my heart that matters, even though statistically it's shown that it hasn't. But I'm on the East Coast. I'm tired. If I had to play a football game in 57 minutes, it'd be rough. So,
Luckily, you
that's
don't have to.
luckily I don't have to because I would die. But like we were talking about, the 49ers defense is ridiculously hurt right now. I'm trying to
Hmm.
pull up all the names. Let me get down to it. Here we go. So for them, Eric Armstead is out. Bosa is out. Javon Kinlaw is out.
Hmm.
Jamie Ward is out. And that's it. But I mean, those are big names. Those are big name defensive players that are not in this week. So what do you think? Kyle Pitts is playing. I mean,
Hmm.
where are you on Kyle Pitts this week? Do you like any Falcons players? And good morning, Travis.
Uh, I mean, I'll start out. I'm not a big fan of the Atlanta offense. I have Kyle Pitts. I actually have him sitting this week because he did nothing before he was hurt. So, Falcons are banged up too. They got Cordell Patterson out. He's gone
Hmm.
for a while.
Yeah.
A number one rookie wide receiver, a tight end that's underperforming, and a quarterback that really isn't throwing to him. Yeah, they may score some points, but I still think San Francisco's offense is clicking to where Debo and Wilson, Ayuk, Kittle kind of got in the game last week, so he's coming around. I think Kittle is like 4,700, I think, on DraftKings or something like that. To me, an
Yeah.
absolute. For tight end wise, if you're not going for Kelsey Andrews, that's a
Right.
great play because all the other tight ends suck anyways, fantasy wise. So I
Yeah.
would say San Francisco in this one, anyways. I think they're just going to put up more points. Yeah, the Niners D is banged up, but I think even half a Niners D can beat Atlanta.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm with you. I mean, Atlanta, it looks like they're trying to feature Drake London a little bit more.
Right.
Right. He's got 2 TDs now through 6 games, but even them at home and even the travel, like you're talking about, I think San Fran goes in and wins the game. I don't see, Mariota's been trying to do some stuff, and it looks like every once in a while I'll see a highlight with him, but I still think Garoppolo and the 49er offense will outduel them and
Yes.
take the win on the road.
Okay, so too much to handle.
I
I
think
think
so.
so.
So I mean, yeah, for me, I mean, I get that. I mean, I have a hard time. Like Jimmy G just does not look that great. Hasn't been doing anything special.
But he
Wide
wins.
receiver, running backs they're kind of banged up there too. So big day for Debo. I'm thinking you got to feature Debo a lot in this one, and man, but yeah, this is gonna be a sloppy game, I think. But at the same time, yeah, it's hard to go against them. So I'm not going to disagree with you guys. I think the 49ers are the right call there. I just don't know if there's a fantasy person that you're targeting in this one, being that it's so banged up. But if you don't trust Kyle Pitts, I don't know who else you would go to in this one. So,
Right.
all right. So we're all going 49ers here. They are 4-point favorites.
Yep.
So, all right. Next up, John, I'm glad you're here.
Yes.
Patriots at the Browns, both 2-3. Cleveland is a
Yep.
2.5-point favorite. So, are you scared of the return of Jacoby Brissett?
Patriots on the money line, baby. Patriots on the money line. All right, that's what I'm doing today. Am I scared? No. Just like last week when Belichick devised a defense to stop the number one offense. I don't care if they're the Lions or not. Everybody was all over the Lions offense until the Patriots shut them out, and they say, well, it's just the Lions. I'm
Yeah.
not buying that. The Lions had a great offense.
They did. They
Still
were the
do.
number one
Still
offense
do.
in football.
Yes, against everybody. And then, Bill Belichick devised a plan. I've liked the Pats defense from the beginning of the season. The D-backs scared me, but, the 2 young kids we got back there right now, I mean, I'll tell you what. I know Sauce was the pretty pick for cornerback.
He's also the
but-
number one rookie in
He
football right
was,
now.
but Jack Jones right now, I don't know about that one. Look at Jack Jones. He's like the number 2 rated cornerback in the
Yes.
NFL right now.
Statistically,
Yes. So
Sauce is the number one rookie.
says a Jets fan. I got it. But
No,
anyways,
it's on the internet.
Oh well, then it must be true.
That's got
It
to,
must be
hey, you
true.
got to,
It's got to be
take that
true
to the
then.
bank.
But
Take it to the bank.
for a 4th round pick to come in and do what he's doing, I love it. I love our secondary with Duggar. Jalen Mills is playing pretty damn good. Jonathan Jones is out today, which kind of worries me, which sucks. But Judon is playing out of his mind. And, we're about to see Stevenson's show, the Ramondre Stevenson show this week, I think. And, if we can contain Cleveland to 150 yards rushing, I think we win the game.
Wow.
If
To 150, because those guys can run like madmen. 150 and 1 touchdown. I think we'll win the game.
Jeez. So yeah, my statistic for that comes off of NFL.com's NFL rookie rankings through first quarter of the season. So Sauce is number 1.
So they don't base it off stats?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying they don't base it off stats. Okay.
I mean, I guess if you're going
I don't know.
with a, I think he has a 36 passer rating against him right now, and 1 interception, a safety, sack. I mean, he's playing pretty good. So
I'm not saying he's not. But for a
trying to
4th
see
round
if-
quarterback, I'm pretty happy with Jack Jones right now.
they do
He
have
looks
Jack
like J.C.
Jones.
Jackson.
They do have him ranked 13th right now out of the rookies. So
Okay.
So the question,
not bad.
The question
Sorry.
for John is Bailey, Zappies, however you say it.
Zappy, Swami, Swanson,
Swami
Swammy.
Samsonite.
So you think he's going into Cleveland and going to lead the team into a win, or you're just hoping the
I do.
defense?
I do. I
You
think
do.
he will. So far they're not asking him to do a whole lot, as they shouldn't. A big run game, and when he is throwing the ball, he's not making any mistakes. I think he's thrown one interception so far. But I mean, not bad. He's 2 touchdowns, 1 interceptions, one interception in 2 games. Really, he came in halfway through one. Not so bad so far. So I mean, we'll take it until Mac gets healthy. This is Mac's team. I keep saying it.
Yeah.
It's not Zappy's team. Everyone's calling for him. I mean, I do like his mobility. I like how he moves around. I haven't seen that in a Patriots quarterback in a while, but
Been a few,
since ever, ever.
Right.
Thinking back.
Since
Before
Bledsoe tried running and got killed. So that tells you.
Thanks a lot, Jets.
No, but I think they win. I think it's going to be a close game. Yeah, thank you, Jets. God, you guys help us out.
Yeah.
But I think the Pats pull out a relatively close game today. I think we're going to see running by both teams, and look out for Amari Cooper today. He's been putting up some big numbers. So
yes, quietly.
But him and Njoku are really the only 2 guys to me you have to worry about on the receiver side. So hopefully they devised a plan for that. And again, if you can hold that running game to 150 yards, I think they'll be all right. I know that's a lot. I know it is. But I'm just saying that's for them. It would be a pretty good.
Normally you don't associate 150 rushing yards with a victory or optimism. Like if you give up 150 yards on the ground, they've probably controlled the game and it's just about over, which is exactly what I expect to happen between him and Hunt, unless you guys get a lucky onside kick and march down the field, score 2 touchdowns in 1 minute and 55 seconds. But I mean, there's only one team that can do that, and it's already happened. So I don't know. I think the thing that swings this into your favor a little bit more is the fact that Belichick knows Brissett, right, and knows how to play him. But I don't know why you would go away from Chubb and Hunt in this game. I mean, they should
Cleveland. It's Cleveland. That's why.
I know, and that's the thing.
Cleveland.
It's Cleveland. Cleveland does Cleveland things. They're like the Raiders of the East Coast-ish. I don't know if you would say Cleveland's East
Midwest,
Coast, but
I'd say.
Yeah, okay. We haven't come up with an East Coast Raiders yet, but yeah. So they're the Midwest Raiders. So they just do things that doesn't make a lot of sense, and that would be they would probably go to a let's let Jacoby Brissett try to beat Bill Belichick mindset in this game, and Chubb and Hunt will get 12 carries combined for 76 yards, and they'll stop running the ball. But no, I don't know. What do you think, Jim? Who are you taking?
So, I don't think, Damian Harris, questionable. Jacoby Myers is questionable. Aguilar's out. Jonnu Smith, questionable with ankle. They don't make ankles the way they used to because everybody's got an ankle problem. they used to hold up. I don't know what happened, but
they are both active though, Jacoby and Jonnu.
Okay, I mean
they're both active.
Just tape it up and put some mud on it, and you were fine.
Yeah.
Now they
Put
can't
some
do
mud on it.
Aguilar is also out. Just to update
Aguilar's
you guys,
out, right.
and Damian Harris, he is inactive.
Oh, he's inactive now. Okay,
He's inactive.
Harris is out. Okay.
And Harris is inactive. Mac Jones, of course, inactive. Aguilar is inactive. Myers is active, and Smith is active.
Yep.
So you say 150. Shaney's saying they'll get 200 on the ground and still lose. Okay. I'm going Cleveland by 10. Cleveland by 10.
So what you're saying is,
if you want, and check it later.
They didn't convince you.
At home. No, they didn't convince you with a backup quarterback and all the injuries they have. And even though they have Brissett there, the rest of the team is healthy on offense. I think they win the game at home, 10 points.
No, I'm going to agree. I think there's too much injury on the Patriots side, and there's too much running game on the Cleveland side. It's going to be one of those things that's very, very hard to stop. I am curious to see, though, what Ramondre Stevenson does today with having that whole backfield to himself. Like a kid's a bowling ball back there. So that's something I'm going to be watching in that game. I want to see what he does. I think that's the key to their victory. If they do win, they've got to control the game, and that's going to be Ramondre Stevenson. But a nice plug and play running back for this week, though, for sure. I think if you have him, you got to put him in because I think they're going to try and control. I think Belichick's going to try and control the game with him. But we'll see. We'll see how that one plays out. The Patriots have a sneaky way of shocking people. So
they do.
All right, game of the week: Jets at Packers.
There's a lot of games of the week. This isn't one
There
of them.
sure is. Yeah. Thank you, Jim.
The end of the day today, there's back-to-back games of the week. I don't know if this is one. No.
The 3-2 Jets. The 3-2 Jets at the 3-2 Packers. I know it's the game of the week because it got flexed to television as the game of the week. That's why I can actually say that.
Is that the? Oh,
It's the Fox.
game.
It's the Fox 1 o'clock. Yeah, they flexed.
It's only
to the-
because it's Green Bay, though. It's only because
It probably is. So I'm really surprised the Green Bay game is at 10 too, because don't they usually play afternoon games?
at 10.
Sorry,
yes.
I'm going my time. One
No,
o'clock.
No, I got you. Yeah, I was a little surprised
1 o'clock.
at Green Bay. They're not playing at 4.
That's what I thought that was weird too.
I
But
don't
the
know
Jets
whether
may
the
be
game
tired.
is
Jets may be tired going out there. I don't know.
Yeah.
probably
This
because
morning?
Buffalo and Kansas City are at 4:25. If I
Yeah.
had to guess.
Yeah, probably.
So,
So yeah,
yeah.
shocking. But man, this is a tough one. Like you watched that game in London last week. How is everybody still so bullish on Green Bay? 7.5 point favorites. Like if the Jets shown
I don't
nothing to
understand
get a little bit of respect. I mean, even if you don't think they're going to go in, you think they're going to lose. I mean, that's one of the largest spreads. And actually, well, nope. Steelers at
third
Tampa, Rams at Panthers. Those are the only two games that have a higher spread.
Yeah, but it's a touchdown. I mean, if you think about it, it's a touchdown. Is
Still-
it really that high of a spread for Green Bay playing at home? Now,
Did
London
you watch them
games,
last week?
I did, but also the Jets in Miami were close into the fourth quarter until
Yeah.
they broke it open. So yeah, they came on late. I get it. You guys played and it's hey, you guys played against your competition who was playing quarterback, but it took you guys a while to get going. It truly
Yeah.
did. I mean, they were in the game, so that may be why too. Because up until 10 minutes into the fourth quarter, you guys start blowing them out. I get it, but for 3 quarters, that was a 2-3 point game.
Yeah, it was close.
Now, London games, do London games ever look good? Does anybody like London games? I hate them.
no,
I
they're
absolutely hate them.
horrific.
Teams look like shit over there. They just do. It's not, I mean, you
But-
talk about flying from the West Coast to the East Coast,
Yeah,
flying from anywhere to London to play. To me, it's just brutal.
you don't think that'll have any lasting effect on the backside?
What?
Because they had to fly
Coming
home
back?
and then reacclimate back. I mean, that takes a couple days to get.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
back
sure it
that you're-
does. I'm sure it does, and they didn't look that great anyways. But
No,
You-
they don't,
you know-
and that's the thing with this
So
team.
they didn't look that great, or the Giants looked pretty good. I mean, they shut Green Bay out in the second half.
look,
Yeah.
the Giants are 4-1. I can't disagree.
Right.
I mean, come on. So it's always
So-
I can't believe Green Bay. I can't believe. How about a little credit to the other side that stopped them?
Well, we'll get
Right?
there. We'll get there.
Oh,
but
we'll get there. Okay, well, we're talking about the Packers, right?
but you watched the game. Do you think Green Bay is that good? Can the Jets
No.
beat them?
I think the Jets will definitely cover the spread,
Okay.
and
I know.
and
I
I think the Jets can win today in Green Bay. Yes,
Okay.
I do. So I took
I
them
do
last
too.
week too, and they won.
You did.
And I never take the Jets.
That's
I took
true.
them last week, and they won.
Okay.
But yeah, spoiler alert, I'm taking the Jets again. So
Ah, woo! All right,
Yeah.
that's what I like to hear. I mean, it's a smart play. The Jets are playing really good right now. The defense looks good, and I mean, obviously I'm taking the Jets too. But outside of Aaron Rodgers, and that if they can contain the running game, it's kind of the same situation I think the Patriots are in. If they can slow down AJ Dillon and Aaron Jones, I don't know who Aaron Rodgers is throwing the ball to, and you saw it last week.
right,
in-
Lazard and Cobb. That's what he's got.
Right.
Right.
And they can, I think the Jets corners can cover them. So it's going to make it really tough. They're going to try and stick with the run game, I think, a lot. But once I think, and John, to your point, like in the fourth quarter, the Jets actually did what I wanted them to do and feature both running backs in the backfield. Like they split out the 2 running backs and it opened everything up because nobody knew who was getting the ball. And the offense just started clicking. So I'm hoping they go back to that. The other thing is you got the LaFleur brothers going up against each other.
Yeah.
So offensive coordinator, head coach, like how does that play? I don't know, but I think the Jets take this one. I think they go into Green Bay and they handle the run game enough, and Aaron Rodgers doesn't have weapons. He's great. He's really great. He's a great quarterback, but I don't know. I think it's going to be too much, and the Jets will be able to win this one by a field goal.
I'm taking Green Bay here because they're playing in Lambeau. I think it's a huge factor. You know, I can the Jets win? Yeah, of course they can. Of course they could beat Green Bay. God, the Patriots took them to overtime. So
That's another another good point.
And then last week, you know, they lost to the Giants. Not saying the Giants are bad, but they are beatable is what I'm getting at.
Mm-hmm.
So can the Jets win? Yes. I don't think they will in Lambeau, and this isn't because you're a Jets fan, Joe. I love going against you every week, of course, but
I know.
I just truly think that eventually an Aaron Rodgers offense is going to get clicking. They have to. He's so underachieving right now. He's just so underachieving. Maybe this is, I mean,
he doesn't have Adams anymore.
No,
and you're seeing the effects,
and that's what I mean. But you're starting to see what's his kid, Romeo Dobbs, is starting to get more active in the game.
Yeah.
You know, Lazard is you know, I don't think they have a true number one, but they get a couple of number twos with Dobbs, I think, and Lazard. Watson's out. Is it Watson?
Yeah, Christian Watson, he's out.
Christian Watson, he's out today.
Yep.
You know, I'm curious when Tunyon's going to become a bigger part of this offense.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, Aaron Jones and
Dylan,
I don't understand why they're not running them more.
Right.
To be quite honest, I mean, talk about a two-headed monster back there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you got power, and both can catch out of the backfield. So, eventually, and this is against the Jets. I'm just thinking sooner or later the Packers are going to find their rhythm and use that offense the way they can figure out a really winning combination. And I think the Packers are going to be okay. Everybody's worried about them. Their defense isn't that bad either. I mean, the defense is actually pretty good. So,
well, I think this is going to be that game that if the Jets pull this one off, you gotta talk about them as being a legitimate team, right? Because everybody's giving them a hard time for not being able to beat a quarterback. Mm-hmm. If they go in and they go into Lambeau and they could knock off Aaron Rodgers, you gotta talk about something going on here.
Oh, it's huge. I mean, just the Patriots taking them to overtime, I thought was a huge
with Bailey Zappi.
Yeah, that's what I mean. We didn't even have Mac Jones. So.
Right. That's why I have confidence that the Jets could win this game. So we'll see. All right. So you're not a believer yet. You're saying Green Bay.
I'm taking Green Bay because at home. I'm not saying the Jets can't win. You know, if we were talking in New York, I think that'd be a much tougher game. I think, but playing in Lambeau is still Lambeau.
But you're not going to be floored if they do win, is what you're saying.
No, not at all.
I think Aaron Rodgers may have to lay off the what is it, ayahuasca, whatever he's taking over there with the psychedelic. He's got a new hairdo. There's a lot of stuff happening in that head. I don't know. That may be affecting his play.
Hold on. It took an epic collapse by Cleveland and a third string quarterback in Miami from being 1-4.
Talking about the Jets.
Yeah.
I mean, he is right.
Let's not talk about it. Was Joe Flacco starting 3 of those games, but hey, Zach Wilson's undefeated this year, so we could spin the statistics however we want, but Joe Flacco, he won a game. I mean, it did take an epic collapse, but it wasn't the third string quarterback in Miami that gave up 40 points. So Jets offense played well. It just took a little while for them to get going, but once they got rolling, they looked good. So, I mean, it might have been closer with Tua, but the defense they were still carving up the defense on the ground and in the air. So, I don't know. We'll see. It's I think it's a winnable game for the Jets, and I think they are going to pull it out. So,
well, I think any game this year is winnable for anybody.
That's actually also true.
Let's just throw that out there.
Yeah, I mean, this whole season, the AFC was supposed to be a powerhouse, and right now it's very mediocre.
Absolute opposite. I think the NFC is running away so far.
NFC East is the powerhouse again. Yeah,
God save us.
Record-wise, it is with Cooper Rush.
I know,
with Cooper Rush.
Who would have thought?
Cooper Rush and Daniel Jones. Powerhouses. Jesus.
Woo. I'll tell you what. Watch out.
It hurts. It hurts. Get it?
Yeah.
All right. So let's talk about mediocre. Jaguars at the Colts.
Oh, Travis.
I mean,
terrible.
Here we go.
Travis, where are you, buddy?
I saw him say good morning, and then he's quieted down. So
John, no running game for Andy, right?
Yeah. So what does this mean? What are you doing without the running games? Jonathan
Yeah.
Taylor owners, what are they doing?
Matt Ryan's not running.
Are you going with Deion Johnson?
I mean, they have to.
If you're a
No.
fantasy guy, I mean, you
Fantasy? No,
Yeah.
I'm not.
Don't even do
But you know
anything.
what? Today will be the game where it's 35-31 or something. You know what I mean? And it's just, I don't know. I see
mean,
a Jacksonville
Jacksonville-
win today.
Yeah?
I do.
Trevor
I
Lawrence
do.
coming up.
Yeah, I see them putting up some points. I know Indy's D is good, but you know these two teams when they play each other, I know it's much different in Jacksonville.
Yes,
But Indy, I mean, Matt Ryan looks old.
he does. He really
he just
does.
looks old. You know, Indy's going to play that carousel of quarterbacks forever, I think. So
Yeah. Don't draft and develop one. Just keep trying to grab
Right.
ones at the end of their career.
They're retreads.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't blame them because I mean I thought their team was fairly close to kind of making a turn here for the better,
Yeah,
but
it's
they
not.
just look awful. They
They
just
do.
look awful.
They do. So you like Trevor Lawrence this week?
I do.
Nice.
Me too.
And
Jacksonville wins in Indy.
yeah. All right. So I think we're all going that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
why
like
you would.
it. I tell you, the only thing I wish that they would do is feature Travis Etienne a little bit more. I don't understand why they drafted him in the first round and they're not utilizing him. I mean, he was so explosive with Trevor Lawrence at Clemson, and I thought that was going to be just like this 1-2 punch that was unstoppable, and they're not. They're just James
They're
Robinson.
saving him. They're saving him.
For what? He's a running back. You use that
Urban
and you throw
Meyer
it away.
liked him a lot. Urban Meyer liked
Man.
him a lot. And
I did too.
apparently,
But yeah,
I don't know.
he looked.
I
He looked.
I didn't
something
get
special.
the pick when they already had a decent running back there. That's
yeah.
what confused me.
It floored, I think, everybody. We were
Yeah.
all just like, "What is that?" But then not to use him.
Right, right.
He's not a bad running back, so
No.
capitalize on it. But we'll see. Maybe today's the day. But yeah, I think we're all going Jacksonville. Nobody on the Colts. I mean, I did pick up that Deion Johnson, but I don't have the nerve to stick him in. So I just not comfortable. But it's I don't know. We'll see how that one plays out. All right, Vikings at the Dolphins. Tua is healthy but inactive.
How is he healthy? How did he clear anything? I don't.
I
mean,
I don't know.
They're
It's-
talking about like Bridgewater maybe in worse shape. How is that possible? He got a little hit to the chin. He's the one they're worried about. Tua, you're probably
Yeah, by Sauce. Sauce took him out. Well, which was awesome. Well, let's switch
Trey.
gears real quick to Trey's question here. Good morning, Trey. Let's see, a full PPR, one wide and one flex. Judy, Boyd, Singletary, or Zeke. So Jim, I think me and you are still on the avoid Zeke at all costs train.
I would avoid Judy too. I mean, Russell Wilson can't do anything, so
No,
I wouldn't be looking at
he's-
Judy there.
this is
See,
How the hell are they on Monday night? I mean, how many more primetime games is Denver going to get? I think John, you talked about this during the week. What is
yes.
this?
Flex him out now.
Yeah.
Stop
Can-
with this.
can
It's
we flex-
ridiculous.
You got two great games tonight. One of those couldn't have been the Monday night game.
Right.
I know.
Right. So Trey, you got a
Singletary-
situation here that I do not like at all, but
I actually like Judy because I mean the last game he had 8 targets, so they're targeting him.
yeah,
he's
they're going to
had
look for him.
29 targets so far, so
It's,
it's not bad. Boyd, if T Higgins is out, I would start Boyd.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like
you know what
Boyd
I
there
mean?
for sure. Boyd's
Yeah,
definitely
because-
the one in there. Yep.
I
that
would
that
start
defense
Judy
is
and Boyd, Singletary. So it's funny. I heard that whenever it's a close game, Singletary does well. Whenever it's a high-scoring blowout,
Mhm.
Singletary doesn't do anything. So I think it's going to be a very high-scoring game. I don't see it being a blowout, but I definitely see a high-scoring game. So Singletary may be okay, but
I like Boyd in this one, especially T Higgins is active, but it's an ankle injury. I mean, don't expect much there. It's going to be a Chase and Boyd game.
right. And it's on
but-
turf, right? So he's
Yeah.
gonna have a hard time with that.
Yeah, and it's against the Saints. This one could get out of hand with the injuries that they have there. There's no wide receivers at all, so that's going to be tough. That's going to be really tough. But I think Boyd's going to be a great target. I would probably go Boyd and Judy in this one. I think I agree with John.
I would
but
too.
yeah, Singletary you can't trust, and Zeke. I mean,
Zeke against Philly tonight. I don't like that.
no, not at all. In Philly,
That's gonna be a low scoring game. It's gonna be a low scoring game.
it's an over under of 42. It's one of the lowest scoring, lowest scoring games over under wise. But then again, so are the Bengals and Saints. But I think that's because the Saints offense doesn't exist anymore.
But somehow they'll
it's
still
wiped
score
out.
40. Yeah.
I know it's ridiculous. So yeah, go with those two, and then second question for another team.
Hunt, AJ Dillon, or Etienne.
Definitely get Kareem Hunt in there because I think that's going to be the game plan. So AJ Dillon, that's going to be against the Jets, and Etienne, who I was just talking about, who I think has to have a game here. So I would probably go Hunt and Etienne. I don't know. Well, I don't know how many you're looking for. I would go if it's me, Hunt,
If it's
Etienne,
one,
and AJ
Hunt.
Dillon in that order. But Hunt is first for me. I just wish, like I said, I wish Travis Etienne would get the rock. I really do. Like, get rid of James Robinson and let Etienne do it because he can catch. So, just one. Yeah, I would go with Kareem Hunt in that one. Just he's
Out of
basically
those three, yeah. The only bad thing is you got, I mean, last couple games, Hunt's not doing too much at all. Not much at all.
I mean,
it's been
all three of them.
Yeah.
All three of them are backups, though. So who has the best chance?
Right.
Who has the best chance in this one? I think it's Kareem Hunt to at least
Catching
get a
out of the
touchdown.
backfield. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe a big catch, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. Well,
Screen.
they use him.
I can't say Kareem Hunt because they're playing the Patriots, and if
I know, I can see
That's
that.
the only reason you hesitate. And that's
No,
all.
I mean,
Yeah.
I would be honestly. ETN has been getting the ball the last 2 weeks a lot more than Robinson has. So, but they are playing Indy, which is a tough run defense. So you get AJ Dillon going against the Jets, which I think, I think they're going to go to the run too. But it's just, who's going to end up with that big play?
Yeah.
And I would go the fastest there, Kareem Hunt. Okay, I'd probably take Hunt, but I mean, all three. That's to me an even coin flip.
Yeah. I mean, there's nobody that
it
you
really is. There's nobody that I love right there. Nobody that I love.
Right.
But I mean, if you're looking at speed, Kareem Hunt would probably get the. If he breaks a big one, but.
Yeah, I think that's the order you go. I would go Hunt, ETN, and then AJ Dillon after that. So.
Why? Because he's playing the Jets.
No, just because Aaron Jones.
I'm killing. I know.
I mean, Aaron Jones is going to get most of the touches in this one, so he's
My
AJ Dillon's
fantasy
going to
team
spend
hasn't looked it so far.
Yeah. So yeah, I would go with one of those two, especially in a full PPR. They're both going to catch a lot more balls than AJ Dillon is. So go with one of those two. If you want them to beat up on the Patriots, go with Hunt and just cheer them on. So. Let's see. We got one from I don't know if it's Angel or Angel, but
It's both.
it's both. So Zeke or Etienne. So let's circle
go.
back around to this one. We could finally say I can say Travis Etienne with full confidence right now.
Yes.
I don't want anything to do with Zeke right now, and it sucks because I have him in fantasy and he's been sitting on the bench for 4 weeks now. I just can't put him in, and especially not against, like we said, not against the Eagles at home. Like, not a good situation. So, I would go ETN there. I don't know if it's PPR or not. ETN makes a lot of money in PPR, but we'll see. I think it's all ETN, right?
I would.
Yeah. Sweep ETN.
Yep.
All right, Miles, what's up, buddy? Mostert or Jeff
Mostert's,
Wilson?
questionable, right?
It's hurt, isn't he?
Yeah, he's hurt.
No, he is active.
Doesn't he have an ankle too?
Let me scroll down. Get the latest. Where is he?
I had him down as questionable before we went.
He was questionable, but
He took some painkillers and he's good. I'm good to go, boss. Coach.
I don't even see him.
So
Where is he?
Jeff Wilson, San Fran in Atlanta.
There he is.
I think Jeff Wilson there.
I would
Yeah,
too.
so Mozart's active. He will start as usual. Miles Gaskin is inactive, so he has nobody behind him to steal anything there. So that's a big one for him. He had a big game last week against the Jets, but well, he
Yeah,
went
that's
over
right,
100.
Shady. Yep.
He went over 100 yards. So yeah, so everyone has an ankle and a fladuba
Yep.
right now. They're
Yes,
dealing with
a couple
fladuba and
Yep.
ankle injuries.
A
It's
couple
not pretty.
Fladubas.
So what is it? Is it the shoes they're wearing now? They got to go back to the Chuck Taylor All Star high tops so they
No
can
one got
protect the
hurt
ankle?
with no ankle support. You notice
It's
that?
crazy, right? Everybody's got ankles now. Bad ankle, high
Yeah.
ankle sprain. Whatever.
So you think
Jeff
what were you
Wilson.
guys going with? You going with Wilson against
I would go Wilson here.
Atlanta? I think that's probably the only thing is you're going with a third string quarterback again. Are they going to try and just run the hell out of the ball with Mostert and there's no backup, so it's going to be all him. He's going to get a lot of touches in
Yeah,
this
but
one.
then they can stack the box and
stop
stop
him.
everything he's
Mhm.
trying to do. I mean, he's going to have to hit like Tyreek Hill or Waddle early and to open up that defense a little bit because he didn't. I'm sorry, he looked atrocious last week. I mean, he's definitely a rookie seventh round draft pick
He is.
quarterback.
He is.
So it's like, come on. I mean, I wouldn't touch any. In fact, I'm sitting Waddle this week. I put in who did I put in for Waddle? I took Waddle out, and I can't remember who I put in, but it was a much better choice than having a third string quarterback throwing. So
All right. So as much as I tried to play devil's advocate there, I think Jeff Wilson is the right choice. So
yeah,
we talked through it. I want to give you a fair opportunity to
just not a Miami
check every angle, but
fantasy player team.
yeah,
right
not
now.
that's not a great. If Tua was in, maybe things are a
Tua
little
was
bit
in, I'd
different,
play
but-
him absolutely.
Yeah, but
I mean,
I like Jeff Wilson against that Falcons team is a very nice play this week.
Yeah.
So
Cooper Cup is out.
let's see.
I didn't see that.
supposedly he's out tonight.
Interesting. Yeah, I haven't seen any. The last I saw, he was expected to play. So
And he's got Higbee questionable and PJ Walker starting for the.
the current
that's gonna
update
be a great
says currently it looks like he will play. That's
Oh, really?
That's what ESPN is saying. So
I'm sure.
we'll see what happens there. I don't know. That Rams team looks lost though. That's
Not
I mean-
Cooper Cup though. Not
no
him.
no Cooper Cup he's tried and true. I mean, there's
Fantasy wise, I
Death-
would play him regardless.
death, taxes, and Cooper Cup only guarantees in life.
Watch
We need to
ESPN.
watch. Why?
So let's see what ESPN's saying right
What
now.
are they saying?
I mean, I'm on the website, but
Same here.
yeah.
So
So let me.
So while you guys are looking at that, so Alex, do I think Tony's going to get traded?
think
first
he'll
of
ever
all, he's
play a
gotta get
game
on
in
the
the
field.
NFL?
He's got to get on the field and not be injured all the time.
Right.
And he is from the last regime who took him first, which made no sense to me at the time because we didn't need a receiver. We had a lot of open holes, and they chose to jump up and take him. He's definitely dynamic when he's healthy and on the field, but now we got Wayndale there that's supposed to be almost the same kind of player. So he hasn't been on the field either. I think he's playing today, but yeah, I think that they may. I don't think they're high on him, just like they're not high on Galladay. I think the regime we have now could put him out there and see if we get any takers because he never gets on the field. Even when he does, he plays a snap or two and then he's on the sideline. So they're not high on him.
Yeah. We'll see what happens with that. For Doc's question,
nothing I'm seeing anywhere says
Yeah.
he's out.
and I don't think, I don't know if they're going to make that call, but
Oh, there you go. Eric Tate saying
and Cooper's out. Yeah, I don't have ESPN on obviously because I can't have the TV on and talk to you guys at the same time. But without a huge mess. But I haven't gotten any updates on my phone either, so I'm checking. But all right, I mean that's better news to get now than later, that's for sure. But
Right.
since it is the late games, I'm not seeing it anywhere.
Me neither.
So
so. Anyway, Minnesota
Yeah,
going
all
to
right.
Miami. I'm taking
yeah,
Minnesota.
Thank you. Yeah, let's
speed this up a little bit.
I think we're all going Minnesota with the third string quarterback going on in this
If
one,
they
right?
don't
So,
if they don't win here, I mean, Cousins, you know, is great for choking, but he's not on national TV, right? So he may have a chance.
Yeah,
He may
that
have a
is
chance.
true. That is true. All right, so Bengals and Saints. I think
Bengals.
we've talked about
Bengals.
we've talked about this one kind of at length, the players and everything. So Saints
The Red
offense is
Rifle.
destroyed.
The Red Rifle.
The Red
starting
Rifle still
in New Orleans.
against his former team.
Yes.
I mean,
yes.
we'll see what happens there, but yeah, I don't expect much there. So Jim, let's spend a little bit of time with you now. The Ravens
G-Men.
at the Giants. I mean,
The
this is
G-Men.
a test now for the Giants. No wide receivers to speak of. It's Daniel Jones and it's Saquon Barkley, right?
That's right.
I mean,
That's right.
can Barkley keep carrying this thing?
I mean, he has been, right? There's no reason to think he can't. He's been leading the way. He's been fired up. You saw him in London get hurt with his shoulder, came flying out of the locker room, couldn't wait to get back on the field. And I'm telling you, it's a different Giants team. And I'm sure it starts with the coaches. These guys, and I'll say, I think the Jets are playing differently this year. It's not the same old Jets, not the same old Giants.
Yeah.
They do have a fight in them that they haven't had before. They are doing what they need to do to win the games. And really, last week, we didn't have Leonard Williams in there, we didn't have Aziz in there, and we still held Green Bay down, right? So I believe Aziz is in today. I believe Leonard Williams is in today. So we could have some of the guys that are starters back. And I think, let's see, Galladay's still out. Tony's out. Wayne Dale's questionable, but he'll probably play. And I know Bateman's out. So Duvernay, I know we get questions about Duvernay every week on here.
Yeah.
Looks like Duvernay will be getting the majority of that. And then Dobbins and Drake. But I think they have to key on Lamar and make sure he's not getting away. And, you know, don't come charging around the outside and leave the middle open so he can run right up the middle. Because that's a problem. And hopefully Jones's ankle is good to go so that he can move around a little bit and you know, keep the defense honest. But Giants at home, I'm taking the Giants. I'm taking the Giants. It's crazy. It's been crazy every week. I mean, I've been right 4 to 5 times.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
what are you talking about?
I mean, you have. I mean,
well, come on.
You do have much better odds than I do with the Giants this year. You do.
Right.
Yeah. No, I mean, yeah.
All right. So before we give our picks, let's jump over to the
Jacoby
questions we got here. Jacoby and Myers or Alan Lazard. I know Myers is
Alan Lazard.
Yeah, I think you got to go with Lazard here. I mean, Myers has an ankle and a Fladuba, right? So I know he's active, and there's not much to choose from there in or he has a knee.
He's their only receiver really out there, right?
He is the only real
and he's
option.
Not 100%.
Well,
No.
Devontae Parker's there. I mean, he's still healthy.
That's true. Yeah.
I think you got. Is he going to be targeted more than Lazard today? That's the question.
Potentially, yes. I mean, the last couple games, Myers has been targeted quite a bit.
Yeah.
Even if it's equal, who's completing the pass more?
Exactly. So let's go to quarterbacks. I'm going to
Right.
Lazard. Let's
I'm
go to
going
quarterback.
Lazard. Yep.
Okay. So we're all in agreement there.
But I will say the last 3 weeks, Myers has had 8, 13, and 6 targets. So, I mean, not bad. Not
Yeah.
bad.
All right. So let's get to Jacob's question here. Then we got to talk about this cup thing
Cup
and
is
where
out.
you're going to
Thanks,
flex.
Max. Thanks,
So-
everybody, for the cup in, folks. I had him
Yeah.
on 2 of my DraftKings.
I'm
So
not
I'm glad.
seeing him. I still have not gotten an update. So
Me neither. No
Which
phones?
is-
I don't
yeah,
know.
which normally that would pop up pretty
Yeah.
quick. But let's get to Jacob's. Good morning, Jacob. Flex, PPR, Deion Jackson, J.K. Dobbins, or James Robinson. So I'm actually going
James
to.
Robinson?
I'm actually going to go with Deion Jackson in this one. He stepped in. He stepped in last week for Jonathan Taylor. He had a pretty good game. He had 4 catches. He had I think he only had 60 yards rushing, but he did have 4 catches in that game. So in a PPR, I think it gives you a lot. J.K. Dobbins. I
Not
still
a
don't
big
know what's.
pass catcher.
Yeah, and then James Robinson's going to be. I mean, you're absolutely right. Looking at the stats, I looked after we talked about Etienne. Etienne is catching up to him, and it's getting much closer on the
Oh, yeah.
splits. So I think with Deion Jackson this week, he is the guy. There's nobody else. So I would go there, especially in a PPR, because he can catch out of the backfield as well. So I think
Well,
that's the
don't
right.
they have Lindsey though too? I thought Lindsey.
They
got a little
activated
bit,
they activated Lindsey as well off the practice squad, but Deion Jackson stepped in last week and played pretty damn well. So
he had 11 carries though last week. Philip Lindsey
who?
had 11 carries.
yeah, but what did Jackson do?
Right, but he still took 11 carries from him.
He
That's
did.
what I'm saying.
But in a PPR, I think Deion Jackson's is the best option for PPR wise. What do you think?
Dobbins doesn't get a lot of pass love. Ooh. I mean, if you're trusting Indy's offense, yeah.
It is against Jacksonville, so it's not like you're not really expecting a blowout, right? So
Yeah, they scored 9 points against Denver, though, didn't they?
yeah. Well, I don't know. Who you going with?
I don't know. All I'm saying is that's a horrible question, Jacob.
Yep.
Me,
I'm saying James Robinson.
Me-
You're saying Dion?
I would
John.
say
John.
Dobbins to be
Take
quite
Dobbins. Go ahead.
honest.
Go ahead.
Look, Jacob, we don't know. Okay, we have no idea. Right
You
now,
stumped us, Jacob. You stumped us. Thank you.
Oh man.
The stumper of the week, right there.
All right. Well, I'm
Wow,
still
look
going
at
to say
this. Wait a minute.
I'm going to say
What's that
Dion.
last
So
one?
Whoa!
It's John B. Single.
ooh.
Stop it!
Wow.
Stop
Good
it.
for you, John.
Look
Good
at
for
you.
Heather, I'm
Even-
not sorry.
Even with the Patriots hat on, you still
She
has
likes the Patriots stuff.
terrible
man.
tasting men. I got it, Heather. We gotta talk. All right, yeah. So with Cup out too, that's an interesting thing. Like, do you flex to Tutu Atwell in that one and pick him up and plug him in, or Skoranek? I don't. He's got to throw to somebody with him out. So Skoranek and Tutu are both there, but I don't know. That's going to be tough. Let's get to Ryan's real quick. Hopkins or Lutz at kicker. Of course, I think Alex is probably going to go. He's saying don't go Hopkins.
go
Wow.
Hopkins.
Yeah, I mean I think Lutz is probably the right call there because that offense is not very good. Hopefully they get into field goal range and he gets a couple nice 40, 50-yard field goals and really racks up the points. But I would definitely go Lutz there because I don't think they're going to be scoring very much with that offense. So you like teams that can't really get it in the end zone for a kicker. I mean, that's just awesome. So
Touche.
let's see. Yeah, Alex, I agree. There's nothing on Twitter. I see nothing from any updates from Schefter or anybody on it. So it's kind of weird that
Nothing.
he's talking about it on ESPN, but he's not tweeting it because he usually tweets it out before anything. So where else?
Well, I'm last. Wow, look at this. I'm
You
the
know
last
what?
one.
I don't know.
Thank you.
These
Heather.
two are first before
All
me.
I'm gonna say is you picked
Wow.
me over Joe and Jim.
Wow.
That's the best.
Heather, do you
That's
know
the
who I am?
No, Heather, sorry. Also, off the market.
Jim, go ahead, show your
but,
hand.
yeah,
Jim,
Jim.
you got your ring on.
Wrong
Oh,
hand. Wrong hand. Yeah, yeah.
there we go.
Nice. Heather, who's your team, by the way?
Yeah. And Heather, are you single? That's the question.
Yeah, that is also important. Yeah, so let's see. Jacob, I'm only asking this question because Michael, he is a big baby.
Well, Thomas
Yeah,
is
Michael
out, right?
Thomas.
Michael Thomas
Yeah.
is
This
out.
isn't even-
He's out again. Yeah,
He's out.
he's
Him,
always out.
Olave, and Landry. They don't have
Everyone.
on there.
Everyone is out. It's horrific down there. Like that's why Lutz is a nice play this week because I mean the Red Rifle might be able to get him on the other side of the field
Absolutely.
and kick some
No,
big
you're right.
big
I
field goals.
like that too.
Taysom Hill, 5 touchdowns today.
Yeah, it's going
I
to be a
may have
Taysom
to
Hill
put
game.
him in. I may have to put him in.
You might want to flex him in for Cup.
He's going to throw for 2, catch 3 of them. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, he might even run back a field goal or
never know. Kickoff?
a punt or a kickoff. So
Heather's getting you nervous, right? You getting nervous? Right? You
I'm
get
getting
hit
all
on, you get
all
nervous.
flustered. So all right. Oh,
here
I was
you
about
go.
to go, but here we go. All right.
2 wide receivers. I need a
Oh, this is
running
a
back,
I need a running back
receiver
2 and a wide receiver 2 and a flex. Options are Kenneth Walker, yes. Eno Benjamin, yes. And then it gets bad. So Ken Walker and Eno Benjamin, yes and yes.
Well,
they're
no,
both-
he needs a running back too, though. So I would go
And
Ken
a flex.
Walker, right? But Mike Williams with Keenan Allen still out.
Yeah, but
I
Mike
kinda like-
Williams, I mean, he's so hit or miss.
Yeah.
he's but I would definitely go with both of your running backs, Ken Walker, whoever you want to put in your running back, doesn't matter. And I would flex Eno Benjamin in or vice versa because there's
That's
nobody
going to
else.
be a
there.
high scoring game too. That's
Yes.
going to be in the 40s.
Yeah.
You know,
And
that should be in the 40s.
I think Eno Benjamin's going to have a huge game this week. I really do. He's going to go ballistic.
That's what I'm saying. I think I would go Walker if you want Benjamin and then Williams, but I like Christian Kirk this week too.
I think you could kind of say that about
Yeah.
all three of those wide receivers in that situation, though. There is nobody else.
Yeah.
Christian Kirk is the guy, and Michael Pittman is the
Yep.
guy. But if you want to go big, though, like we talked about all year, Mike Williams is the guy that can score 3 touchdowns in a game. I mean, or
What do
he
you
can
think,
get
Alex?
you. He can get you point four in a
no.
game. You know, he can get you one catch for 4 yards, or he can get you 10 catches, 3 touchdowns, and 200 yards. He's one of those guys. There's no middle ground. There's
Right.
either the
Alex is saying
basement.
it too. Right.
Yeah,
He's
there's
been
either
money the
the
last couple weeks. No one else to throw to. So
yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of at a toss up for the 3. I mean, but I would definitely go the running backs and oh God, man, that's tough. That's really tough. But yeah, I mean, if you want to go upside, go Mike Williams. I think that's probably your best bet. When Alex gives fantasy advice this year, it hasn't been good. That's the only other bet there. So take that
Christian
take
Kirk,
that with a
Christian
grain.
Kirk.
So you got to be careful. But yeah, definitely go with those running backs, man. And then upside, Mike Williams. I would probably go Michael Pittman second, just because he is definitely the clear favorite there as well. So that's going to be really,
Good
really
luck,
good.
Super. Come back and subscribe if you can.
Oh, absolutely. Smash that subscribe button. Don't just click it. Smash it. That was real. Yeah, but you also gave us, what was that stat that he gave us that Jim, remember that swayed
he
us
gave
away
us
from
something
somebody
that-
and it was completely
Yeah.
wrong.
He did
Completely.
that on purpose.
Yeah, it's like,
I'll
oh,
go back to the videotape and watch
yeah,
it.
yeah. Oh, the Chargers don't give up. I think it was Christian Kirk, wasn't it? In like a game, like something like that. And they're like, oh yeah, they don't give up points to the like the number 2 receiver or something like
Alex,
that.
he's
He
probably
locks him down.
He's
And,
laughing right now because he knows exactly what it is.
yeah, he knows. He's typing it out. But yeah, all right. So let's.
All right, so wait a minute. Let's get back to what are you guys doing? Ravens?
Okay, Giants, Ravens. Sorry.
on.
Yeah, see, it wasn't lined up. Okay. I'm going Ravens in this one. I think they're just too good of a team overall.
I am too. Sorry, Jim. I
You got 7
apologize,
minutes.
but
Yeah,
I'm
they're
going
just
Baltimore.
good. All right, so I don't Buccaneers Steelers. Nothing to talk about here, right? I mean, you know,
TB.
that's just Tampa Bay very clearly. But I am rooting for Kenny Pickett to have a big game so I could sell this card. So. And then we'll wrap it up. Again, guys, if you're watching, get those last minute questions in.
7 minutes.
Let us finalize your lineups so you can get that victory. All right, so afternoon games. Panthers at Rams. Again, this is, I would
even
love to say.
without Cup, I don't care. I'd say Rams. Even
Yeah.
without Cup,
PJ
Carolinas.
Walker, Anderson's
The
questionable.
Rams have looked like shit, though, as well.
they have.
I mean,
But
they have-
Higbee's questionable too.
Yeah.
so does Carolina.
They definitely do, but
Rams at home.
I think, you got to go with the Rams at home, but I don't like that 10-point spread.
No, I wouldn't
Yeah.
take the
Anymore.
points.
That's
I'm just
probably
saying
going to
straight up.
change. If
Yeah.
Cup
That's
is
gotta
really
drop.
out, that's going to drop in half. Yeah.
Yeah, it has to. So
And why are tickets as low as $28 for a Rams game?
because nobody wants to see the Panthers.
You can't even get a coffee for $28 in LA.
That is true.
There you go. Gotta
All right,
touch it.
Ryan, good morning. So you
Brandon
go in Josh Palmer or Ayuk at flex. Oh, man. That is a good question there. Josh Palmer's been coming on. Alex, that's your boy there. Without Keenan Allen, he's been playing well, but Ayuk's been getting a little bit
Ayuk,
of run too.
I would go Ayuk there. That's
Me too.
me.
I want to
too.
take a look at what Ayuk's done the last couple here. So jump down. Sayuk is actually very close. 27 targets this year. Debo's got 37. So he's being targeted pretty well, and almost the same number of yards. So that's good.
Ayuk.
Yeah, I mean, I don't trust him, but yeah, Ayuk, it's good to see him getting that rookie love that he was getting. I would definitely go Ayuk in this one against that porous Falcons defense. I mean, that's going to be a nice play. So, Edward, what's up, man? Godwin versus the Steelers or Sutton versus the Chargers? Full PPR.
He's already starting touchdown Lenny and Mike Evans. So,
Okay, so it's do you want to triple stack that one?
right, which wouldn't be bad.
No, but Sutton also has a knack for finding the end zone.
Sutton has averaged like 15 to 18 points every week.
Yeah.
I got him on a PPR. I mean, I would take Sutton there if you want to avoid having too many.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I would as well, especially against a Steelers team that is probably not going to be a shootout and you're not going to have to throw the ball a lot. So to double up wide receivers, somebody's going to disappoint you.
Yep.
So
and you're banking on Evans, so I would go Sutton.
yeah.
I would probably do the same.
Yep. So that way you're not as disappointed as Heather was. So, all right. And
Kirk or Lamb?
Cash is stylist, man. I haven't seen you in a long time, man. How you doing? Kirk or Lamb in this one? So I'll be honest with you. I have Lamb, and I just benched him. So
Lamb's got a hip, right? He's questionable with a hip.
He's questionable.
He's questionable. I don't like
Lamb.
like I said, but I don't like that matchup in Philly. I know it's a division game. You expect it to be tough, but Philly plays great at home. That's one of those teams that really shine at home. And the way they're playing right now, this game could be out of control. The nice thing is that could force them to throw the ball a whole lot more. And Lamb is heavily targeted, but
he's too inconsistent. He drops too many balls that are right in his hands, right in the numbers. He's immature. I've said it. I go Kirk.
Yeah.
I would go Kirk today. Because Lamb is questionable. I have Lamb on one of my teams, but luckily I got his backup. Well, not his backup, but Gallup on the bench. So I'm just going to swap them out depending on how Lamb goes.
I would go Kirk as well, which sucks because everybody knows I love CeeDee Lamb. All right, quick questions here. A couple minutes left. Pollard. Mostert.
So Mostert. Good luck, Cash.
Yeah. So I'd probably go Mostert here in the flex.
Mostert because they split carries.
Because Mostert doesn't have any competition there, so Pollard's he's gonna split, and like I said, we don't expect that to be a great game, since Mostert's gonna get all the love in that one. I'd probably go there. All right, Morpheus. You should already know the answer. You're Morpheus, but you've come to the oracles. You've come to the oracles for the answer, and I appreciate that. Henderson or MG3?
You know what? If Kupp is out and Henderson's going to be a lead back.
Yeah.
So there you go. That's what I'm going with.
I plugged him in as well. So I picked up Henderson as soon as I saw that not Kupp, but why'd I just draw a blank?
Cam Akers.
Cam Akers, thank you. Yep. Kupp, Cam, close. But once I saw he was out, I grabbed Henderson, I plugged him in. So that's a great matchup for running backs, and he's going to control that entire backfield. So I would go there. Everybody's favorite fantasy. Cash. No, straight into my heart with that.
Look at that
comment. Yeah, man. It's good to see you again, and best
Thank
of
you,
luck.
Cash.
Yeah, good luck, Morpheus.
Yeah, and resting Gallup till Dak. Yeah, you
Good
got
luck,
to.
Morpheus. Good luck,
All
everybody.
right. So yeah, 1 minute. Let's just run through the last of the games. Make your picks. Seahawks at home for the Cardinals.
I'm taking Seattle.
Me too.
Ooh,
Connor out, kicker out. Seattle wins.
I think it's going to be high scoring. It's going to be in the 30s or 40s, but
Yeah.
I think it's going to be Seattle.
Okay, I'm going by Cardinals. Bills at Chiefs. The rematch. Bills. Okay, I'm going to go with the Chiefs. And Cowboys at the Eagles.
Philly.
Eagles. Wow,
Eagles.
John and I, neck and neck. What is this?
All
right, and
Can you see my paper?
And
Are you cheating?
for Alex, Monday night, Broncos, Chargers. Chargers?
Denver. Chargers always find a way to blow it when they're rolling well. It's gonna be Denver.
Alex just fell out of his
Sorry,
chair.
Alex. Sorry,
Alex just fell out of his chair.
Come on, man. They're running way too well. It's going to be Denver's time.
No, man. Austin Eckler, though, has been on fire.
Killing it.
We'll see. All right, so that wraps it up. It is 10 o'clock, guys. Lineups are locked. Games are started. Lawrence Taylor is in the building.
The great one. Got the
Look at that. LT, man.
That's
that,
so cool.
Austin?
That is so cool.
And Joe Morris. Morris, too.
Joe Morris. 5'7" Joe Morris. Whatever.
That's super
he was.
cool. All right. Well, let's wrap it up with that.
Yep.
So best
All
of
right.
luck. Hopefully we helped. We'll see how everybody does. Come back, join us, hit that subscribe button, like the episode, and we'll see you guys next Sunday. Until then, for John, for Jim, I'm Joe. Peace.
Peace. Good luck.
Yep.